Book 2 Journeyman. Life aboard a ship was much more glamorous in the stories. Stories also smelt better. The vintage wine turned out to be less vintage, more vinegar than Murdoch had led him to believe, and the window in his cabin was little more than a chink of grimy light. Neither was he made to feel particularly welcome. It helped not that the two men who suspected him of cheating were amongst the crew. The one promise that Murdoch made that held true was that they had time to talk. The mist-filled hours provided more than enough to tire of each other. It was on the first afternoon, when only a darkening of the mist told of the encroaching eve, that he caught Murdoch alone in his cabin. "Tell me of that to which I'm bound."
"A simple thing."
"If it was simple, you'd not need an Ashen." Murdoch rubbed his thick beard.
"No goals on you, I see." "Very well. Here's the crux of it. I lost a few good men on Iodon. Rumours are they're still alive.
Your job is to fetch them. Would it not be better coming from one they recognized?"
"Futile. Each man I send never returns. Lost 3 more before I realized."
"If they live and don't return, wouldn't it be best to leave them? Seems they've made their choice."
"Preposterous. My men would never leave by choice, and if they did, it would be mutiny, and they must needs be tried."
"No wonder I'm so popular."
"Don't miss a trick, do ye? Lads are anxious to reach Grimwater and peeved if their lady's caress be delayed."
"I'm more than happy to go directly to Silione." Murdoch laughed, a watery-chested rumble.
"That's not the only reason they despise you."
"Despise? I had settled on dislike."
"They believe you're cursed. All Ashen. Seen some queer things, we have, and your kind always seem to be at the thick of it."
Balagir did not much care for the ring of contempt that enshrouded the word kind. "Would that be all?" he said curtly.
"There's one other thing concerning the oath."
He paused mid-turn.
"A creature you must bring."
Balagir knew a moment of hesitation. His experience with creatures had seldom been pleasant. On the contrary, they had been decidedly unsavoury for the most part. "What type of beast are you referring to?" He waited, dreading the name of his fated foe.
"A frog,"
Murdoch said with all seriousness. "A frog?" Balagir repeated doubtfully.
"Aye, a blue-eyed flicker from the River of Loss."
"River of Loss? You never mentioned this earlier."
"Fall in and your memory's gone."
Balagir shrugged. Memory loss was the least of an Ashen's concerns, all things considered. "Loath as I am to admit it, I'm scant distance from that now."
"Be that as it may, you'll forget everything. Me, this conversation, your oaths. I've heard what happens to you lot when that happens. Burn up like fleshy candles."
"Eloquently put. Now, about this frog. What merit does it hold?"
"The reasons are my own. Know only this. Fail, and you're lost. I'm not sending any more men after you. Now, I've been told of a village by the name of Peace River. I think it's a good place to begin."
"Sounds pleasant enough." Murdoch did not look amused.
"I'd stay in your cabin if I were you. It wouldn't be the first time I've attempted this, only to arrive at Iodon short of a man."
Affronted at how quickly the captain's hospitality had faltered, he nevertheless decided to take the advice. The ship, in the middle of the mist, felt like a prison, and he locked himself in his cell to drink until his mind wandered aimlessly. He thought of the good company and family, of Igmar's big, sad face and awkward new hat, of Freya and how she had left without a word, as though their shared conquests had meant nothing.